By ZEKE Miller and COLLEEN LONGWASHINGTON. President Donald Trump is for the first time publicly floating a delay to the November 3 presidential election, as he makes unsubstantiated allegations that increased mail-in voting will result in fraud. The date of the presidential election, the Tuesday after the first Monday in November in every fourth year, is enshrined in federal law and would require an act of Congress to change, including agreement from the Democratic-controlled House of Representatives. The Constitution makes no provisions for a delay in the end of Trump's term, noon on January 20, 2021. Still, the mere suggestion of the delay was extraordinary in a nation that has held itself up as a beacon to the world for its history of peaceful transfer of power, including during the Civil War, the Great Depression and World War II. Trump tweeted Thursday, "With universal mail-in voting, not absentee voting, which is good, 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history. It will be a great embarrassment to the USA. Delay the election until people can properly, securely and safely vote." Trump's tweet came on a day of bad economic news and amid a dark political patch for his re-election effort, both driven in part by a nationwide resurgence in coronavirus cases. The government reported Thursday, just minutes before Trump's tweet, that the U.S. economy shrank at a dizzying 32.9% annual rate in the April to June quarter, by far the worst quarterly plunge ever, as the coronavirus outbreak shut down businesses, threw tens of millions out of work and sent unemployment surging to 14.7%. And Trump trails in the polls, nationally and across battleground states, and some surveys even suggest traditionally Republican-leaning states could be in play. While Trump has come back before after trailing consistently in the polls throughout 2016, it's raised the possibility that he could face a landslide loss if he doesn't turn things around. There is no evidence of widespread voter fraud through mail-in voting, even in states with all-mail votes. 5 states already rely exclusively on mail-in ballots, and they say they have necessary safeguards in place to ensure that a hostile foreign actor doesn't disrupt the vote. Election security experts say that all forms of voter fraud are rare, including absentee balloting. One Republican governor, Sununu of New Hampshire, quickly shot down Trump's idea. "Make no mistake, the election will happen in New Hampshire on November 3. End of story. Our voting system in NH is secure, safe, and reliable. We have done it right 100% of the time for 100 years, this year will be no different." Hogan Gidley, the Trump campaign's national press secretary, pointed to the delays in counting votes in New York's primary. "The president is just raising a question about the chaos Democrats have created with their insistence on all mail-in voting.